Why do men who are unhappy in a relationship tend to cling on to other women knowing that they do not want to leave their unhappy relationship?
You providing something that he may not be able to find in them other women, and that's stability. Even if that's a stable place to come back to, a stable hug, stable attention, stable whatever, you feel me? You provide some semblance of stability for him. So then he can just go out and get pieces that he desires in a woman from other places, and then just come back and be stable with you, right? He don't got to commit to them other women. He don't got to build with them other women, because he can just kind of part himself out, especially because he not giving you nothing at home, you feel me? So you have to pull yourself out from underneath him, because he's building himself, his relationship, his preferences, all that. He building it on top of you. While he's not honing the skills required or for a relationship, or at least not applying what he's honing out there at home, he doing it somewhere. You feel me? Like what he getting from you, what he getting from these other women, you don't even see the benefit of it. So it's less about why won't he leave, why he still got somewhere to come back to.
That's why you never say, at least he know where home is.
I would
home
rather
is wherever that is.
Tell you what you crying for. Why? All right. Welcome to Grown Men Talking Incorporated. Make sure you hit that share button, set the notifications, because they got something really steaming for you today. So make sure you tune in. Also, what we got going on is the Father's Day White Heart Gift Basket Raffle. All you have to do is put your white hearts in and then send over your contact number over to Mr. Dwight Robinson or myself, Spicy Gray, and you are automatically entered in. Everything you see in that flyer is what's going to go over to the lucky father. So get those white hearts up. Also, we want to say congratulations, Miss Sherry. She finally received her Mother's Day gift basket. So everyone, make sure you say congratulations to her. She's enjoying her gift as of now. Make sure you tune in tomorrow as the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour comes to you with a very sweet topic, crossing boundaries of the friendship zone. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you tune in. And now over to you, Mr. Dwight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Grown Man Talk. I'm your host, Dwight. Just want to congratulate Sherry again. Some beautiful gifts. Love it. And don't forget, same thing with the men. Y'all send the white hearts, phone numbers, and you might can win some of those same gifts that Miss Sherry has. Well, now, let me go ahead and welcome rest of the men panel. Let's start with Matt. You in the house?
Yes, sir.
She said.
What's going on, everybody?
Nothing much. Boy, all right. And King D, let's see if he's back there.
King D had to drop out for a minute. He should be back later on in the show.
All right. Well, all right, Mac, it's you and me.
Just me and you.
Yeah, Tony. How you feel about that video we just saw, man? I mean, I had my thoughts on it, but how do you feel about that video we just saw not so long ago?
He was on point as far as from one perspective goes, but he had to understand that there's two perspectives and two sides of that.
Right.
That's not just, okay, why does he have somewhere to come back to? Because then you can open that up to say then that what you're doing is accusing the man that's, as they called it, signaling himself out, piecing himself out to different women for different things. You could say that he's cheating then.
Right.
But nobody ever said he slept with anybody or didn't sleep with somebody. But what if the woman that he wants to be a part of or be in his corner, his woman can't provide stimulating conversation? Is he supposed to just sit there and just look crazy? What if he needs someone to listen to him? Is he supposed to, and he finds out as he falls for his partner that she's not a good listener.
Right.
So then if he cheating on her because he went and sat down and had somebody that is a friend that would sit down and listen to him. So you got to see both sides of that story. It's a good video. I ain't saying he said anything wrong, but what he didn't do is imply the other side of the story.
Yeah. Because a lot of people see it a little bit different. Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. I mean, you can be in a relationship and just like you said, Mr. Jones, the conversation may not be there, and you find yourself at your girl's, just a friend or even a guy friend. You just love kicking it with them because y'all on a certain same page, and you can be with somebody that's not, and and that's not only the conversation. Shit, she might can't cook. I'm gonna be real with it. Who to say the guy's with her, he like everything about, but she can't cook, but his female friend, she can cook. And hey, I'm gonna go talk to her for a minute. What you really doing over there is eating that food. I'm just saying it can be something like that. But I know I have at least once or twice in my life I was with somebody. I mean, the person was a good person. I mean, because I look at like how people getting. I guess you just have that little fun time, and then when you seriously get with that person and talking to them, you just like just not going nowhere. But you have more.
Right. You find out that you might be the weirdo, or your mate might be the weirdo.
Exactly, and so
it happens. And I'm not saying I want to cheat on you because you're a weirdo.
Yeah, but
which I'm not calling nobody out of their names, so please don't take it like that. I'm just saying, our personalities are different. We have to listen. I've dated a woman like that. She like Friends and All in the Family. I'm like, man, it's 2024, man. I know these were good shows when we was kids, but I can't watch this no more. I've seen it 1,000 times as a kid.
Now, man, let me ask you this, Mac. Now, in the beginning, because in the beginning, when you meet somebody, you have to have at least a decent conversation, right? Something to get y'all to that level. I don't know. What I'm trying to ask is, how long does it take you to sit there and say, well, shit, I mean, we ain't saying much of anything. I have better communication with the female friend down the street, and we get along great. And like I said, it don't have to be cheating. Y'all just, because most people don't think you're cheating either. But he's over there. I have a lot of female friends, and we just friends. I'm not cheating. We just over there talking and having a good time, which is nothing wrong with that. But shoot, I guess when you home with somebody and y'all just not clicking like that, basically you can just say you're by yourself because you sitting there not saying nothing, and she not saying nothing. So I think quite a few of us been in that situation before. I know I have. Mac, I'm pretty sure you have too.
And you get in that situation more than once.
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest about it, because as time grows thin, when you sit there and you talk to a person every day, all day, all the time, then it starts to get boring. Like, what we gonna keep talking about? What happened on Star Trek Galactica or some? I don't know. What are we gonna do? But it happens to the point to where you get to a point in a relationship with a person where you just be like, you know something? We done said everything that could be said.
And ain't nothing else to say.
Right. So you need that other person that you can kind of, bring in this so that when you come back home, you can say, well, I was outside and I found this out while I was outside.
Right.
What you think about this? Because this is what I was looking at it, and I think it this way, and I think that way about it. But what you think? I like having conversations like that. This is why the podcast is so great for me, because we get to discuss different topics on almost anything, and it's a great conversational piece for anybody that's really into conversating about intellectual things. Now, sure, we shoot the breeze on here, and we laugh and we joke. We might have us a couple sips, but other than that, we still doing. It's great conversation. So it did. I could see this in a relationship, and we only do this on Fridays. But I could see this in a relationship to where if I'm in a long-term relationship with somebody, and we ain't talking that much, this would start to get on a woman's nerves. You talk all this with the grown man, and you and Mr. D, and whoa, but you ain't never got nothing to say to me. Well, we done talked about everything for a while now. What else you want me to say? Damn. You ain't interested in nothing we talking about, so what do you want me to say to you?
Hey, I have to agree with you on that, because something about our time that's going to happen. I definitely agree. that right there is nothing but being real about, because you're right, because it's just dry. There's nothing else to say, and you just feel better talking to somebody else because it's something different, it's something new, and it's just I've been there, Mac. I've been there. Now, with that being said, Mac, did that situation kind of, one of your relationships, did that kind of breaking everything up, or broke your relationship up? If it was something similar like that, y'all just wasn't connecting, and you just
see, that wasn't the thing that broke us up to me. Now, it might have been to her, but it wasn't to me.
Yeah,
because I could deal with it. Like, I'm cool. I mean, if I'm talking to you and I see okay, cause see, I like to do a lot of studying. I'm one of them type of people. And so right now I do a lot of studying and podcasting. So it's kind of like I live on YouTube anyway.
Right.
So we're doing a lot of studying into podcasting. I can see where if a woman ain't into this, she don't care nothing about this. But if I'm into this is what I'm going to devote my time to, because this is what I want to do. I'm not doing this to appease anybody but myself, because this is what I like. This is my hobby. This is my passion. This is my love. Now, I can get off of here and say, okay, let's cut YouTube off for a while. Let's talk. Let's see what's happening. But if you sit there, and if I cut YouTube off, right, and you go put on, I don't know, the big spiders chasing the little ants, I don't want to see that. And I don't have nothing to say about that. So it's not going to bother me that you're watching it, because that's what you like. That's your passion. So if this is your pastime, your passion, your hobby, whatever, hey, have fun with it. But I'm going to sit back over here at the computer.
Now, see, that's that part.
And I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue to study.
If she, because then she'll turn back around. Because what you said really hit a note, because in some relation they say, well, you better you talk, you on the phone all day talking with Mac or this person, that person, but me and you can't really connect. And just like you said, you love doing the DJing and YouTube, and then she like looking at the big spider, little ant, and it's like, y'all together, but at the same time y'all on a whole different type of page. It's just a different type of page, and it's just not I guess what I'm saying, any interest in what you're doing. And other people outside your household, like a girl or a guy, y'all have a great time talking. Y'all can talk for hours, and then you come back home. It's just like, yeah, what we doing? And that's about that. That's crazy. I know that I think once or twice, we just, I mean, I can talk about anything, but I can't stand a person just don't talk. They just quiet all the time, because you can't. I mean, you ask them how their day is, okay, fine, but they ain't got nothing else to say. So I'll go outside. So okay, let me go holler at so. We'll be in there for 3 or 4 hours talking. Come back home. That person mad because you was out there talking with so for 3 hours. Well, we can do the same thing if you open up and talk. I wouldn't want to feel the need to move. I mean, to move out to go out the door talking to somebody else. I'm just saying.
You know what else is bothersome in that? And again, like I said. Like I said, because the perspective is not broadened enough to see both sides of the story from the video, it's good that we can sit here and talk about it on the other side. So what about the part when you're speaking with a woman that's short with you, and she just ain't that much of a talker? So if you say, hey, how you doing? I'm good. What you gonna do today? I don't know. I hate it with a passion, but I'm just saying, I was in a relationship with a person like this. Yeah. What you want to do? I don't know. You hungry? Yep. What you want to eat? I don't know.
Oh no.
How you feel about that? Well, you basically said everything, so I feel how you feel. Oh, you know what? Shut up. I don't even want to talk no more.
See, I can't do it. I can't do that, man, because I know that.
I'm just saying.
I can't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I get, because I can't do it, because if I'm asking you something and all you give me one word phrases or two, and we not communicating, what you gonna do? I don't know what you. I mean, that's just crazy. I don't see how people can stay together that long. I guess the sex is great. That's all, because basically I think that's the only thing that might be keeping together. But with that being said, I just can't be with your ass. If our conversation and it's like that, and we not, you know, I mean, that's part of bonding and everything. But you do have a lot of situations where a lot of guys and a few females do find better company talking outside to a guy friend or female friend, because they're not getting it. They're not getting it at the house. There's nothing going on there. It's like,
yeah, I mean, and that's cool, you know. I mean, because like I said, I could deal with it because I'm sociable, you see. So I could go and I could sit down and talk with somebody else and still feel cool about it. It's the person that I'm usually with that if you ain't got nothing to say, but you want me to just sit here with you and watch TVs and we watching space aliens invade the White House, I'm like, what the hell is we looking at?
I'm about to look that
what
up.
Are we doing?
Excuse me, man. I don't know why that Facebook comments are not showing up, but we do have a comment from Christy Darling. She's saying that you got to think outside the box. Conversation card games are great to spark conversation, but it's not what you want to watch on TV. It's a give or take. The women may not like football, but you have to compromise. If you can't compromise, the relationship won't work, period. Even if you don't like the movie, it's about doing something she liked too.
Oh, that part right there.
But see now, okay, again, she's speaking from a one-sided perspective. Right. If you flip that perspective, right, the man might be coming to you to have a conversation with you about something that he's really interested in, and you ain't showing no budge on it. It's just like you got, like bro said, these one sentence answers or these 1-2 word answers. Yeah. Then what do you want me to do after that? Like, where do we go in the conversation? Yeah, you having problems on Facebook anyway, as I was saying though. But yeah, when you have these one sentence, one phase, one word answers, I don't know. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what irked my nerve the most. Uh-huh. Tell me what I just said. What you mean? Tell me what I just said. You said something about the Pelicans. Just go. You ain't even paying attention.
Yeah.
See, that's
it's both ways. She says both ways, not one-sided.
Yes. It definitely is, because if I'm not with space aliens and you ain't with YouTube, well, let's go find something on YouTube that is more appeasing to your appetite then. Mm-hmm. Let's look on YouTube, see something more appeasing to you. Here's the remote, find something. If not, give me something that you like to see. What type? My thing is, see, women won't, and this is what I found. Like, back when I was married, my ex-wife loved to watch like the Bad Girls Club and Desperate Housewives. I don't know what the name of these shows. You know what I'm saying?
Basketball Wives.
Yeah. She Basketball Wives. All this. I don't know. And it's nonsense TV to me. You can't. There's no compromise in that. I'm not going to watch that. I'm just not going to sit and watch that. There's no compromise in that. I'm not going to sit back and watch women cackle and argue with each other and backbite each other. And I'm not going to do that. If you want to do that, if you think that's good TV, go right ahead. But I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, okay, if it's a problem, communicate. If you don't communicate and you let the problem remain, you will not solve the problem.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right, Miss Chrissy. And I do believe that wholeheartedly. And that's why I tell a person all the time, I'm not going to do that. Now, we can do anything else. Listen, I don't like horror flicks.
What?
But no.
Horror flicks? God dang, man. I know you ain't scared no hard flicks, dog.
We'll be back, everybody, in 2 and 2. I'll let you.
Scary. Boy, scary.
I think one reason why men stay even when they're unhappy is because they're waiting on you to do it. They expected you to do the emotional labor the entire time you were in the relationship, and they also want you to do that exact same labor when you're leaving the relationship or you're ending the relationship. Some men, they don't want to have to explain to family and friends. They don't want to be the quote-unquote bad guy. Even when they were horrible to you while in the relationship, they could have been cheating on you, putting their hands on you, not contributing to the house financially. They could have been a horrible individual, but they don't want it to be said that they left you. They don't want to leave. They want to be able to tell the kids, I tried to make it work, but your mama, it's your mama. And like sometimes men do it, and it's cowardice to me. If you're not happy, if you're going to act like you don't want to be in a relationship, then why don't you go ahead and end it? But sometimes they do that because they want you to have to explain to family and friends. They want to be able to say, I was trying to make it work. It was her. She did it. It's a sad, lonely boy who does this.
All right. Make sure you tune in tomorrow as the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. It will be myself, Spicy Gray, Denise, also Miss Honey, and King D that will be coming on with this topic of crossing boundaries of the friendship zone. So make sure you tune in and set your notifications. The phone lines are up, so if you have any comments, questions, or anything you want to opinionate, you're more than welcome to call in at 512-668-2814. Also, do not forget about the Father's Day White Heart gift basket raffle, as we got that going on right now. Come on now, today's the countdown. It's almost June. Get those white hearts up and the contact numbers over to myself or either Mr. Dwight Robinson. They will be hosting that raffle there on Grown Men Talking. It will be Mr. Dwight and also Keisha herself. So make sure y'all don't miss this here. Get those white hearts in. Over to you, Dwight.
Yeah. That video, I can't really. I have to disagree with a little bit. I mean, okay, I gotta speak for myself. In the relationship, I don't care. I'll tell. She ain't gotta worry about. I'm gonna definitely end it. And I'll tell everybody. And it has nothing to do. It comes to a point in life where you just say, "Well, it's not working." And I don't think it's too many men gonna sit there and say, "I'm gonna let her in." And most men that I know say, "Hell, shit, we had a good run. It didn't run that well. I still love you, but my black ass gotta go." So I never had no problem, I mean, I ain't have no problem breaking up our relationship, but I felt like it wasn't going nowhere. So the young lady make it seem like the men wait for them to do a shit, not me. How you feel about that video, man? Is she telling the truth?
Also on DJ Mac answering your responses, Chrissy Darling did say, she said, I can understand that. She also said, Housewives is foolishness. I agree. Mm-hmm. I'm not watching horror, period. Now we agree fully on that. Laugh out loud.
It's not that I'm disagreeing with horror movies as far as saying horror movies are badly made or anything. Mm-hmm. Listen, I've seen so many horror movies as a kid. If I never see another one in my life, I'll be all right. I'm all right with that. I am fine with that because I've seen all of them. I've seen horror movies that people probably ain't never even heard of. I'm telling you, my mama was a big horror movie buff when I was a kid, and that's all. Listen, when you could go rent 3 movies for $10 back in the days, 3 VCR tapes, or some of them you could rent for 90. She'll rent the 99-cent ones and the 3 for 10. She rent everything. We come upstairs, she like 8, 9 movies, and the movie store was right downstairs from our house. I just seen every horror movie that you could think of, and I'm like, I can't wait to get burned so I can get away.
Love them. I love them.
But to talk about this later now.
Yeah, I love those horror movies.
To talk about this lady.
Yeah, what's up with that lady?
I don't know who the frick frappum gave her any information on men, but she should go back and slap them. Because she has no idea what the hell she talking about. Because I'm not. What men are you dealing with? There's I can't leave because if I leave, they gonna think I'm the bad guy. I am the bad guy. I'm used to it. I am used to being labeled the bad guy. They ain't gonna label her the bad girl. What they gonna label? Listen, she could cheat. They gonna find the excuse to justify the cheating. Oh, he must have wasn't doing what he's supposed to be. So anything she do gets justified. So yeah, I'm the bad guy. So go ahead and give me the label. I'm gonna stick with the label, and I'm out of here. It don't matter. Listen, it could be one story, and a person will twist a story so far out of context that when you do get the true story, you'll be like, I couldn't believe that girl said that. You be like, nah, ain't none of that happened.
Wow. That's crazy.
So why be scared of being labeled the bad guy when you the bad guy as soon as y'all meet? Just note this. You're the bad guy. You're not the good guy. You might be a good guy, but you're not the good guy. Because even the good guys get left. They get played the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to be labeled the good guy. I'm the bad guy. Give me all the bad guy labels. Yeah, that's me.
Don't get you a bad boy. Get you a bad boy.
I ain't trying to be the good dude. For what? For what? The good dude gets tap danced on.
Well, I have to agree because I have to be that bad guy too. Because you ain't gotta wait for me to end the relationship. I'm waiting for her. If it's going, I'm gonna end it. Point blank.
And she talking about he's scared. He's scared to do it. What? Watch this. Boop, 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 boop. Just like a damn clock at the job, I done punched out. Boop, boop, boop. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm about to sit there like, what is she talking about? Because I'm just going based by my experience and other guys about my age. They had no problem. They wasn't scared. It just wasn't working out.
Time is too short to be talking about I'm scared to leave somebody.
Watch me go. Watch me. Shit. And all she gonna see is a blur. I'm out of there. But
man, look here. Like the Flash, she had thought I was a Marvel hero or something.
Now look, Spicy, I since you listening, in your opinion, you think men have a hard time leaving a woman? I don't think we do.
I'm gonna say it depends on the circumstances because you have some men, if they have children involved, and I've seen a situation where they stay because of the children. You have men that stay because they know they have a lot to lose. Well, if they leave the relationship, so it all depends on the circumstances. But my thing is if you cannot communicate with each other and you enjoy the company of others more than you do with the person that you chose to live with, it's pointless of y'all being together anyway.
That's what I
absolutely said. I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah. That's why I say we ain't got no problem.
But see,
no problem leaving if the situation is not going or the communication not there. I can only speak for myself. I don't have a problem leaving. I'll leave in a minute. Just saying.
Let me say, I want to communicate on what Spicy said. She's absolutely right, especially the part where you say you don't want to leave because of the kids. That part is absolutely right because I was there. I didn't want to leave my kids. I wanted to raise my kids. I wanted to be in their life. But staying made the relationship worse. I'm like, this ain't getting no better. I'm trying to see. That's why I say the good guy gets his ass tapped on. Excuse me if we can't say the A word, but that's what I'm saying happens. He gets tap danced on.
Yeah.
And some of these women tap dance better than Gregory Hines.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah, and then you got to also look at too on the flip side because, like I said, it all depends on the situation. Because if you're dealing with an abusive man or a toxic man that feels like he got to have control,
true,
he'll have you there for that because he knows that you're not going to go nowhere because of the environment that he created for you. So he might just have you there just so you could cook, clean, tend to his kids that's probably not even hers. Or, you know, the fact that he can use somebody as a puppet while he go out and do his thing and enjoy the environment of other women that provides him the conversation and the luxuries that he like within a relationship.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But why people even decide to go through that for years and years? I can't do that shit. I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
But you know, we done came to that space and place where we're not going to do that, bro. You know, when you're young and you're dumb and you don't know. But as a grown man, if you still acting like you in your 20s and she got you, or you attached, listen, I know that's why I refuse to attach myself to something like other people's kids and things, because I know that at any given time, I could be doing I'm telling you, I am a living example of this. You could be doing all the right things. You could be trying the hardest. Right. You could be, listen, it don't matter. If she don't want to be there with you, she has every right to go.
Yeah. You know, I'm gone. Feel like I'm in the twilight zone over here.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. But like I said, and I'm going to give a point example. I remember a certain person I was living with. And when I go to talk to my friends, then when I come back, she has a bad attitude. Now, I don't know, just attitude because the jealousy of the communication out there and you just connect with the neighbor. And like as far as you said, just leave. I go for men and women, just leave. Why stay in a situation where it doesn't seem like it's gonna get better? But some people, I guess like what I'm saying, you're comfortable with them and y'all can live in the same house, but the conversation is dry.
It's just no dry to death. You know, they like roommates.
Well, basically,
yeah, that's all they are. That's all they are, really. If you really think about it. Because y'all might as well sleep in separate beds too.
Me in the bed, but that's the only department that I can get satisfaction out of you. But when you come outside of that, I don't enjoy and I'm bored with the conversation with you. So I go on the outside. So it's like my thing is you want to have your cake and eat it too. You can't have it both ways. If you can't have the full package, what's the point of you being there? What's the point of keeping him there?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's true. I agree. I mean,
and why am I wasting my back? Why am I wasting my back?
Hey.
Somebody else could be appreciating this back and talking to me about my back and rubbing on my back and all that. I'm wasting my back on you. And when you get through, you cut on the TV and you watching. Again, like I say, I know women that watch I can't remember the name of it.
It's Lifetime.
No. I see Lifetime. I could deal with some Lifetime. Some. Okay. I can't. But it's stuff like, okay, like it's people that sit up and watch that. I think it's Korean. I think they're Korean or Thailand, something like that, where they be these love stories. But the whole the whole movie is in another language. So they like, and you don't understand shit. I got to read the subtitles the whole movie. Wait a minute, I can't enjoy this. I can't enjoy this.
Exactly. Also coming from Facebook, Jennifer Gilbert. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for tuning in. She says, facts. We have to get a point of not settling and sacrificing ourselves for nothing's sake. And Miss Chrissy Darling has stated, a communication will never go dry if you never forget what made you fall in love at the beginning.
Shoot, a lot of
that goes both ways. That goes both ways. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna agree with you and say that goes both ways.
It sure do go both ways. And Spice, I'm gonna say this: anybody get in the relationship in the beginning, it's gonna be hot. But after that 6 months period, it can kind of, either you can keep it hot or it's just gonna start dripping. A lot of people get together because, for one, I guess they're attracted to each other. The sex was great, but there's no communication. They can't talk worth a spit. It really can't, and everything. And like I said, I rather pull that cord and jump out the plane then before it start getting further down the line. Because, like Mr. Jones said, I'm wasting my back, so I might well just go. I mean, that's just crazy. Now, Mac, hey, anytime in your marriage or relationship when y'all wasn't getting along, you was getting along with somebody else, you come home, did you get a lot of lip for that?
Say who wasn't getting along?
Like if you and the person that you was in a relationship with or even married to y'all wasn't really communicating, but you go outside and talk to a friend, and soon you come home, she rip into you for being out there talking with that person for hours where y'all can't really
No,
communicate.
I'm gonna be thankful and say the reason why is because it was a mutual understanding that we have a lot in common as the time went on. Because the name of the movies that I was telling you about, they're called K-dramas.
Right.
Okay. I can't watch these movies to save my life because they're not in English. So I won't understand the story anyway. But in a lot of the drama, in a lot of these movies, the dudes be more dramatic than the women in the movie. And so that's just one thing that it's just, it's not for me.
Damn.
I can't do it. Now, if women like it, and I find like some women that sit down with their kids and watch it, and I just be like, I holler. I'm out of here.
Okay, I don't know if this is for Mac or for Dwight, but Chrissy Darling from Facebook says, what about it going dry because your back was dry? Laugh out loud.
Oh, well, maybe listen here. Listen here. It better not be nothing wet on my back in the first place. How about that? Let's get to the bottom of that question. What do you want wet on my back? Like, what are you saying? My back is dry.
My back gonna stay dry. I mean, that was funny as hell because I'm like, what? My back ain't never been wet. I mean, unless I'm sick.
Let me wet your back.
I mean, you know, unless she want to put some honey on there and rub it on the back.
Hey, see, not even that, because that get to sticking to the sheets, and I'm not. Nah, I'm good on all that. I prefer my bed. Now, you got some massage oil or something like that. We can have a conversation about that. But you can talk about some. Let me. She slide into you with her very white boy. Let me put something on your back. Get your ass away. Get away from me now.
Man.
Right now.
Hey, like I said, you know, it just, I guess it just depends, you know. I mean, I guess in a relationship and y'all can't get along and you get along better talking with the neighbor or the next girl, and like I said, it doesn't mean that you're cheating, because a lot of people look at that, oh, he got to be cheating. No, it's not. It's not that he's cheating. He just get along better with the other person, that they just connect more in communication than the person that you with. And like I said, before it get worse, you might well just go and cut that person loose. And they can be a good person, but if there's no communication, in my opinion, it's not going to last that long. No matter how.
Because I'd like to have somebody to sit back and laugh and joke with and kick it. I'm silly. I like to do silly things and say silly shit. I don't want to be sitting up here looking at you. You talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That was stupid. That was crazy. Get your goof ass.
And then when you're talking, they'll be not. I mean, I guess it go both ways, because you have seen people talking. The other person is supposed to be listening, but they ass ain't really listening. They're just hearing you try like Charlie Brown, wah 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 wah, and you just sitting there. You're not going nowhere. So yeah, that communication, you got to keep that up and everything, because it's not. It just ain't gonna last. It's gonna be roommates. We just roommates, and you meet me here Tuesday night, and we'll take care of each other's needs. And you go on back on your side, and I go back on my side. That right there is just crazy.
See, ain't gonna see, and that's what I'm saying. I'd rather, you know, if we're gonna do it like that, then let me go ahead and sleep on the couch. I'll be good with the roommate status.
But that's why you need a king size bed, man. You need a big king size bed so I can just.
I got one.
Okay, but so y'all can just put the king in the middle. I think we're about to go
okay, everybody.
Two, y'all. That's crazy.
All right, ladies, I'm about to give y'all one main reason of what will make a man cheat on a woman. And or why would he stay in a relationship that he's not happy in? Now, he will never tell you how he really feels or truly feels about you or the relationship. He will just continue to string you along. But one of the main reasons that he will continue to stay in a relationship with you that he is not happy in or satisfied enough with is simply because it is the benefits that he gets from you or within the relationship. Now, to what will make a man cheat? Now, listen to my logic. In the beginning, you really weren't that interested in him, or you really didn't like him. However, he spent time, energy, and effort trying to convince you of why you should like him or be interested in him. Now that he's finally convinced you of why you should like him and he has you open and vulnerable, he's now exhausted from all that energy that he has spent trying to convince you of why you should like him. Now here's the good part. He really didn't think that you were what he thought you was. And because of that, now he has to work 10 times harder in the relationship because he's finally got you. And now he has to try to keep you and maintain you. And once he realizes that it's not worth it, he will still stay in the relationship, although he hates you eternally, but will never tell you. But he'll still stay in the relationship, but go cheat with another woman that he actually likes. So you see how those two correlate? There you go. So ladies, take notes. And by the way, I meant internal, not eternal. However, take notes, ladies.
Tell you what you crying for. Why?
All right. Make sure y'all show up and show out. I'm telling you, men, women, and children can enter that white heart and send over the phone numbers for that father. Hey, we did a great turnout for Mother's Day. Let's show those fathers some love. They just as important as the mothers. Make sure you send your contact information over to Dwight or myself, Spicy Gray, so that when we go live, we can call the winner live. So make sure you tune in and post under those comments. Thank you. Also, make sure you tune in tomorrow as we will be coming live to you. Myself, Spicy, and Denise, Miss Honey, and King D will be coming on to talk with y'all on the topic of crossing boundaries of the friendship zone. This is one you do not want to miss. And let's also now welcome in our motivational speaker, Mr. King D.
Boy, you here, boy? Boy, where you been, boy?
Maintenance showed up. It was a lot. It was a lot going on for a second.
I bet it was.
We figured it.
Yeah.
Also, we want to say thank you to Miss Starling, Miss Honey, who has supported y'all by sending up the stars of 20.
Thank you. Thank you. Dominique.
Yeah.
Did you see that video display?
Huh?
Did you get a chance to see that video that got through playing?
Well, no, it was skipping around.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll start with Mac first because I think he got something to say. But before we do, in your mind, King D, what would make a man, I guess, want to leave and not be in the same house with his, I guess, girlfriend or his wife because whatever the reason may be? What do you think might make a man want to go hang out with a friend instead of staying there with his girlfriend or wife?
Firstly, he's not comfortable. If you're not comfortable in your own home, like that's so crazy. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. A man is not going to want to walk in his house with chaos, like a bunch of kids running around. Like especially with if a man works long hours. If you work long hours, you want to home, you want to lay down, you want to be peaceful, blah, blah, blah. But if you walk in your house and there's a bunch of chaos and it's shit just everywhere, it's just crazy, you're gonna want to go back outside and like, let me start over again, or not want to be there. So that's the biggest take. And then he can't be happy. You know what I'm saying? A man wants to be happy when he goes home, and women can drive you crazy and make you not want to. They make you. And I love all women. Don't get me wrong. But women do that. If a woman pick and nag, you're gonna find everything to do before you get to that house if you do not want to be there. Trust me, I've been in a situation before, and it's not a good.
You ain't lying. Brother Mac, what do you think what the young man said in that video? You agree with what he says completely?
Hell no. Hell no. Ladies, y'all don't listen to that fool in that video. Do not listen to that damn fool. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. In fact, let me give you one even further. The coward men that the first video was talking about, the lady was talking about, listen to him for them. She wasn't talking about us. Mm-hmm. She was talking about them. Because listen here, if there's an issue in my house,
right,
whether I'm the issue or she's the issue, it don't even got to be in my house. If there's an issue, I'm gonna address the issue. You can bet you can bet all your body parts. Bet it. Bet I'm gonna say something. Bet. Just bet. And I don't care who get the last word, because it ain't about that. You can have all the last words you want to, long as I know you heard me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do no arguing backwards and forward. If the issue is me, I will address myself with you. If it's not me, if it's you, I'm going to address you with it. So all this, if this, and if that, man, if you do not shut your whole entire face.
Man, hey, I agree. Hey, and I agree with King D, because King D is right. You don't want to come home and it's like the Twilight Zone, and I mean it's just like total chaos when you come home and the kids or no kids or the woman is not talking, y'all just not connecting. It's just like coming into the Twilight Zone. It's just not gonna work. It's like you can't have clean, dirty water run up the same faucet. It's just not gonna work. And men, we just, like I said, men are different. Men want peace and everything. And sometimes it can be a little too peaceful, especially like Mr. Max said, you speaking two letters or two sentences or two words. Yeah, no, it's just nothing there. It's gonna make me want to leave. Not say cheat, but not be with you. Because like I said, and I can understand some men point, if they had kids, they stick it out because they have kids, they raise them. But those men, their kids are grown and don't have kids, shoot, you ain't gotta tell me. I'm getting my ass up out of there. I got to go.
And over on Facebook, Christy Darling says, "That's good, King D. Thank you, great advice." Also, she says, "D-Mac, no one knows what they talking about. Laugh out loud, but you laugh out loud."
That is incorrect. Let me correct you, ma'am. When somebody don't know what they talking about, I address it. When you're right, you're right. I'm with you. Him though, him downstairs.
And Miss Honey says, "We all want peace."
Well, yeah, I agree with Honey. We all do want peace. I mean, you got to think about what if a person don't give you no peace, you're not gonna want to stay in the house, regardless of a man or a woman, and everything. I think we kind of touched that before. Men really don't care. As long as we get peace in our household, we good. As long as we got good communication, we good. And you're right, it's a two-way thing. She can watch some. I know a lot of women not into sports, but some women would sit there with their boyfriend or husband and watch that game. And some men, like Mr. Mack, and I'm pretty sure Dominique, don't want to sit there and watch those love movies, but we make sacrifices to sit there and watch them. I know I have, but I didn't like it. I even sat there and watched that. What Max said, that damn show, Housewife. I hate that show. I hate that show with a passion.
With a passion.
Yeah, I can't stand that crap. Or the basketball wives and stuff. We just don't care. But some of us will do that just to try to spark up a conversation. But sometimes they'll talk to us like we've been watching the show. I said, I don't know nothing about that damn show. I'm just trying to sit here and watch it with you. I'm just as lost. It's just like the same way with some women that don't know nothing about sports. They'll sit there and try to talk to the boyfriend and the husband, and they don't know a jump shot from a field goal kick, but we do it just to try to communicate and become closer. But sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. I mean, it's just what it is.
And to Chrissy, not Chrissy, Spicy, you right, ma'am. Some men want peace. Well, all men want peace, but then we want a piece. You know, you got, whether it's a piece of conversation,
yeah,
a piece of chicken.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you, with women, because I had to. I'm gonna say we grew up. Because when you get to a certain, I know with me, and I know it's not all women, because I see some of them that still are toxic and disturbed in the mind. But with me, as I got older, I want nothing but peace. I mean, before I deal with an argument, before I deal with any type of situation, I get quiet or I just walk away silently. I'm not gonna deal with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Can't say I blame you for that.
Yeah, me either. Because
well, let me clarify. Let me clarify real quick. I do understand that everyone wants peace, men and women, but we have to be mindful that this is a male's platform. So we're looking at it as a male's perspective. So with that being said, women, to me, women are very argumentative. Some of them, not all, but women can they can be very argumentative. They can nag, pick. Not all women. So don't get me wrong. This is just my opinion. I don't want nobody to come for me. But men are not going to be the ones who start an argument. And nine times out of 10, from my experience. How about y'all?
I'm gonna say some man because I had I ain't gonna say what I called him, but
no, Spicy, tell him what you call him. I want to hear that.
I told you what his contact name was, but it made me feel like I was dealing with a female because he was very argumentative. He was very confrontational, and he just didn't know how to let things go or just be quiet.
Damn.
Acting like a female.
Yes, that's what I said. You do have some men out there. Those are the men that has been more or less babyfied by the mother, mama's baby, to where they don't know how to be the man part to grasp peace or to know when to just let things go.
Drizzle.
Just like with me, I'm not gonna keep carrying on a situation. I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth. I will ignore your texts. I will ignore your phone calls. And so when you call me back and you be like, well, when we had that argument, no, when you was arguing with yourself, because I wasn't arguing with you.
Damn,
yeah, because listen, it shouldn't have to come to that. We should be able to sit down. Listen, even in passionate moments, you still should be able to sit down within your passion and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that you're passionate about and you're talking to your mate, and your mate shouldn't have to feel belittled as one. You know what I'm saying? But
misconstrued what a conversation is, Mac, and you can understand what I'm saying. When you're having a conversation, it's not with anger. It's not with the way to try to hurt somebody or to feel like, okay, have a closed mind. When you have a conversation, you got to be able to actually talk in a calm manner with an open mind and with a settled spirit. Because if you can't, neither one of y'all gonna get what each other is coming from. Meaning that you're not listening to each other, you're just talking at each other.
Not talking, yeah. Some of them just yell.
Yeah, if you're yelling at me, I don't hear you. I'm blocking you out. And I'm used to doing that because my mom used to scream at me all the time. So I learned how to block people out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just that could be good and that could be bad, But I get what you're saying.
I'm with you. I'm just not gonna deal with
it. Yeah, I feel you. That's why I said it could be good, it could be bad. But on the arguing side, I'm not going to do that with you. That's what we gonna kick the ball right there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to end up just getting cussed out.
Okay, here you go, DJ Mac. Christy Darling from Facebook says, but what if communication is turned to you or combative? What then? I need answers. I like to communicate now. Now is not always the best time either.
Right.
That's what people got to understand. No, we're going to talk about this now. No, it's not always the right time. And sometimes when you need to communicate, it's in the right timing. Because if you don't communicate in the right timing, in the right atmosphere, nothing is going to get solved. No one's going to be able to understand where you're coming from or be able to listen to actually where you're going.
Okay, Spicy, but that's what I'm saying. Because most men, they get like that, they want to go cool off. Instead of you dragging them back in, come on, we gonna talk right now. That man may not want to talk. He want to go cool off for a while. So otherwise, you making the situation even worse about getting angry because the man want to go cool off for a while.
And that's what I talk about, the right timing. It's not it's a lot of times when you upset with a person, now is not always the right time.
Exactly. And that just make it
Yeah,
worse.
but you got to be able to differentiate between that also.
Yeah, but you also got to look at this. Be the type of person that you're dealing with, and the type of person that you are, have to be able to accept responsibility and know when to sit there and say, okay, I hear exactly what you're coming from. I'm wrong. If you can't take responsibility for your own actions and you continue to want to say, oh, it's you, what's the point of communicating? What's the point of talking?
Right. Because see, I know many of people that does exactly what you just said. They will take the whole conversation about themselves and flip it back on you.
Okay, Chrissy Darling said, okay, I agree. But what if they don't want to touch the issue at all? I agree. Cool off. If they don't touch it at all, then
listen, because you can't, that's a problem right there. If you can't have a conversation, or if you go to have a conversation with it, the person get like, and all of that, like, yeah, we in the wrong. I am in the wrong dimension. It's time to go up a level. I'm not going to sit there. Like, again, if I can't talk with you, then what are we doing? I'm wasting my back.
Because that's when you say that a pattern will be set, because being that the problem wasn't solved, you weren't able to communicate in order to get past this so that it wouldn't happen again, or you won't visit this area again. This pattern going to continue, and it's going to get worse. And
it's going to get worse.
Yeah, it's going to get worse. So if you don't solve the problem and you see this person don't want to solve the problem, you might want to rethink your path with them. And we got a caller coming in. I'm going to hand it over to White.
Welcome to Grown Man Talking. What's your question? Are they there?
Hello.
Are we
there?
Oh, no. Call back then. Your phone, you got to pay your bill. You know it's the first now. Come on. Call back.
Hopefully they'll call back.
No, but seriously, right? Spicy, you absolutely right. You have to, and I had to learn that the hard way. Like people will run from their wrongs and hope that you will just run in the opposite direction.
Grown Man Talking Incorporated.
Hello, yes. Can y'all hear me?
Phone bill been paid. Hey.
Hey, this is Christy Darling. I wanted to call in for this. Okay, so the reason I asked the question, sometimes, you are a communicator, but with some men, when they're not used to communicating, they always call it combative. So I understand what Spicy Gray said. Sometimes you need to go and cool off, but what happens when the issue is never resolved? They went and cool off, but they don't want to touch the issue. And what happens is it builds up, and now they become runners instead of communicators. So what do you do then? So that was the question.
And you become a felon and no longer a citizen without a record. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what she's saying. When it goes like that, then you got to rethink your path walking with this person, because you know that if the problem is never solved, it's going to build up, especially when you're dealing with a person that says, well, I don't want to talk about it, but then they do it again. And then they do it again. And every time you say something about it, I don't know why you tripping and woo. See, now you trying to force me into handcuffs. I don't want to be in those. I'm just asking you, can we sit down and talk about this so we can correct it?
Or I've experienced the thing of, okay, we're not going to do this, or they want to walk away, or they want to go home. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking on eggshells, because every time I want to talk about an issue, now I'm being addressed that I'm being combative. Okay, is it the way I'm talking? Because I'm not yelling. It was before I used to like yell, no communication. So I realized you can't do the same thing, because you do the same thing, you're gonna go from relationship to relationship. So I'm like, okay, I need to become a good communicator. So now I'm being a good communicator. If it's something that you don't want to hear, now I'm being combative. So I just want to say that I'm coming back on the live to hear y'all response. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. We got so with what you're saying, right? That has happened. To me, believe it or not. And what you have to understand, when you're dealing with a person, you're dealing with a person that will not take accountability. That's my issue with it. See, the issue in the thing is that don't want to communicate and try to fix the problem. See, what you're doing is you're thinking that I'm pointing at you and saying that you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing that. And you don't want to be responsible for being wrong, instead of just saying, hey, you know what? Let's get this out the way so I can figure out what I'm doing and what I don't need to do again. And to me, when a person don't accept accountability for what they're doing, that means it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again.
And Miss China, she said, why talk to them at all if they want to sit there and waste your time?
I want to say it's wasting your time. Well, just like the first caller come in, when she said that the person, if he got mad, don't want to talk about it, and sometimes it's just your energy. And she said she wasn't yelling, but sometimes if you put out a certain energy, they'll take it as you. Because I've been in that situation where I told somebody, well, shoot, it's how your energy came across. Your energy just made me feel different. I didn't want to talk to you at that time. But the thing is, I will come back and talk about it. Now, some men, they won't do that. Now, if you try your best and the man's not trying to fix the problem and he won't communicate, and that might be your time to just go on and get out the relationship, because you don't want to waste 5-10 years going through the same bull crap. I'm just saying. King Deej, what you have to say about the caller they called not so long ago?
I mean, I'm like, I agree with you as well. I've been in situations like that, like where, well, like say you're expressing yourself. You're expressing yourself, like y'all are talking about the situation, like whatever y'all arguing about, and then you want to express yourself, but then it gets into a screaming match, and then, like she said, somebody's being combative, somebody's this, somebody's that. It's always a blame game. Somebody's gonna always. Yep. Nobody's gonna take accountability, especially in a heated moment. Exactly. Nobody's gonna take accountability because we're both arguing. I want you to see what you're doing wrong, but you want me to see what I'm doing wrong, and it's just gonna become a big old mess. So, yeah, that's just a mess.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. It becomes a big mess, and that's when if you can't fix that mess, I call it checkout time. Cause who want to be in the house walking on eggshells, and who want to be coming home dealing with all those nutcases out there and outside, and you come home to your own home and you can't even communicate, or something just
who gonna be? Who gonna be? That the question ain't who wanna be, who gonna be?
Exactly. That's just wild, man. That's just crazy. Oh, we have a music going on, so y'all hang on. We'll be back in 2 and 2, or maybe 3 and 3. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Why do people stay in unhappy marriages for 20, 30, 50 years despite all of the red flags they're seeing? The core is they really don't expect all that much from their marriage. They think it's okay to be unhappy and to have lost the spark, the intimacy, all the things that now the younger generation demands from their relationship. I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing gray divorces in part starting to skyrocket, because they're starting to realize and learning from the younger generation that, hey, I should be happy. I should demand more. It should have spark. It should have intimacy. It should grow and be nurtured and flourish every single day, your relationship with each other. And also, think of it like this. Divorce doesn't have the religious and social stigmas that it used to have 20 years ago. If you're not going to work on your relationship, just like many of our younger generation is, where you're headed is Splitsville.
If you enjoyed today's show, trust me, you're going to really, really enjoy tomorrow's show. Tune in tomorrow as the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour comes forward and discuss the topic on crossing boundaries of the friendship zone tomorrow. Make sure you set your notifications. If you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe, like, and comment. Also, we have the White Heart gift basket raffle going on for the fathers. Let's show them some love, y'all. Everything y'all see in there, we have the t-shirts, the tumblers, everything you see there, we will be providing in the basket for the lucky fathers. There will be 2 fathers that will be chosen. So make sure that you get your white hearts up and your numbers over. Now over to you, Dwight.
Yeah. Like I said, like the man said in the video, just like he said in the video, and it's true. You're going to split. I used to work in the courthouse many moons ago as security, right by the divorce court. In a lot of cases, people split because of the communication. One guy told me that his wife always wanted to couldn't keep up with him or anything like that, so she just didn't want to be with him no more, and she left. So it can become complicated. Before I go to Mac, how you feel about that video we just saw, Dominique? Is he still there? He's out. Mac, what you feel about that video? You agree with the guy with the splitting part?
Yeah, he definitely has some good talking points, and again, it all boils back to the things that we're saying when it comes to that, man. When it comes to that boiling point, it really doesn't matter. That's why I said at the beginning. That's why I don't attach myself to a lot of things, because I understand as far as a woman goes.
Yeah.
She'll just leave you high and dry because you ain't got to be doing nothing wrong. And people, you can say to you blue in the face, all right, there's plenty of cases where women have just up and left men because they say they was bored. He didn't do nothing wrong. He was a great guy. He took care of everything. He was just boring. Like I mean, so I don't really, like the man said, you don't expect too much out of it. That's unfortunately, as being on this earth a nice amount of years and seeing things, I understand that I expect people to be people.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm gonna leave it.
King D, I'm not sure. Did you see the last video?
I don't know what's going on with my thing, but it skips around. It don't show me the
video. Well, I'll give you about, if the guy was saying if there's no communication, and even but Max said sometimes people get bored and everything and it's not getting fixed, would you actually leave that relationship, get a divorce, or just leave? If it's not able to be fixed? Yeah, because if it's like where you gotta walk on eggshells and y'all not communicating, it's just not working, why waste your time being with somebody for 3, 4 to 5 years and everything, especially if you're married at that point?
Definitely it's time to get them walking papers, because I'm not gonna no relationship needs to be draining. Friendships, partnerships, relationships, and if it gets to the point of where it's draining all of the positive energy out of my body, then it's over. I'm not in the space or in the mind to be stressed out every day behind unnecessary stress.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Spicy.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you this, because do you know some women do get bored with it, even like Max said, they could be the best man they can be, but some cases some women say they boring and they want to get out the relationship or the marriage. Did you agree to that to a certain degree?
My thing is, if it start getting boring, then you need to think of ways to try to spark it back up.
Now, okay, Spicy, when you mean bored like how? You talking about sexual wise or going out? I mean, what type of boring are we talking about?
We can talk about it all, because my thing is, sexual wise, we're going to have to sit down and talk, or we're going to have to go get some counseling to see what we need to do in order to
get this back going again. Because, after a while, it does get exhausting when you continue to say, okay, you're not satisfying me in this area. You're really boring me.
Wow.
Because in some aspects, some people will find that as a reason to go cheat. Okay, he's a good man. He provides everything at home. But yet and still, I'm not satisfied in bed. But that's not an excuse to go out. You need to work with that man, see what's going on. If he's tired, be kind of understanding, but also on both sides.
Right.
And each other does work. We do both get exhausted, but let's make a date and a time to where we can make an appointment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Because you do hear a lot of women say that they just bored with the man. He does everything that a man's supposed to do, but they don't have that much excitement in their relationship or their marriage, and they ready to skip. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you got a good man paying everything. You try your best to fix it. But if it doesn't work out, I guess you do what you feel like is best for you. I guess. Well, this has been a very interesting show, Mac. What do you have to say to the people out there? Give them some nutrition about this and what might be able to keep them together and not, divorce or leave the relationship. What you got to say about it?
You on a mute.
Pop them on their head. You mute?
Who muted me? Okay, anywho, how about that part? Let's continue on. As I said, I got something quite the opposite to say. As men and women understand that you don't control time. Yeah. Time is the one thing that's given to you that you cannot get back. So use it wisely. Pick wisely. Take your time. Make sure that the person that you're going to be with is the person you're going to stay with. Because if not, you're going to find yourself jumping from people to people, because one thing that we have to understand is that people are disappointing at times, and everybody has their time to be a disappointment to you. It's just on how you're going to take the disappointment that comes to you.
Right.
That is it. That is all. I salute.
Well, I just want to say I thank Mac and King D. Hopefully, King D, there you go. You have any last word to say, King D, before we shoot up out of here?
Not really. I mean, just thug it. Like, if it's fixable, fix it. But if it's not, let it go. That's it.
I agree. I just want to say I thank King D and I thank Matt, because they hit it on the head with a lot of good points. Hopefully, Mr. Britton will be joining us soon. He's been busy working a lot, but we want to thank the audience for watching and commenting, liking the show. Keep watching us, and if y'all have any ideas for anything for us to talk about, be free to call us. Be free to let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll definitely talk about it. So, and don't forget, tomorrow on the Unspoken Heart, you'll have Spicy, King D, Tanise, and Honey. So be sure to watch that show tomorrow. Until next week, from the Grown Men, we'll see you. Peace out.